Hello everybody and welcome back. So this video is actually for my ESL students, English as a second language. So basically for my Spanish kids. I'll just put myself over here. Okay, so today's just basically looking at some common mistakes we make and I'm hoping that by pointing them out, we will start to do them a lot less than we've been doing recently. And a lot of these actually I see mostly in younger kids. So yeah, well, let's just start and see if we can address them and sort of borrarlos, okay? Sort of like get rid of them a little bit. So the first one, and I pick up on this a lot when we're reading, we're talking about hobbies or whatever it might be. And please be very, very, very careful with this, okay? Lots of times I hear kids say, I go to the beach. I love the beach. Beach, B-I-T-C-H, is not to be confused with beach, playa. Nothing to do with that. Bitch is actually the female dog, okay? So we don't want to get that confused. Because you might get yourself in a little bit of a funny situation there. So, bitch and beach, as in la playa, the pronunciation's a lot longer, okay? The EA is pronounced beach. So, we have a long E sound, beach. And bitch, perra, is actually a lot shorter. So, bitch for perra, and beach for playa. Do you see the difference? Beach, perra, beach, playa. Okay, let's try and see if we can practice that at home, and hopefully we'll get rid of that mispronunciation. Okay, the second one, which is also a little bit naughty, shit and sheet. I hear that a lot, and I know you will know exactly who I'm talking about because we saw that today. Okay, shit, again, a little bit of a naughty word. I'm not going to say what it means because I know you know what it means. A lot shorter, shit. Sheet, hoja. Hoja, sheet, is a lot longer, okay? You can see all your teeth when you're saying the second one. Sheet. It's a bit like the first one, beach, okay? You can see all your teeth basically when if you're saying it correctly. Okay, so shit, we don't want to say that. Sheet for hoja is a lot longer, okay? And we have a number 3 of what we call a false friend. Lots of times we're talking about the library and you're actually referring to la librería, which is the bookshop, and we say library. We do this because they look so similar. But do not be fooled and remember that library is actually biblioteca, where you go to have a little read of books, not where you go to buy the book, okay? That's actually a bookshop. Libreria is a bookshop, not a library. Point number 3. Let's try to get that in, okay? Right. Number 4. I hear this every day, and not only with children. With adults, in my adult classes as well, I have this problem. I see people getting her and him mixed up. Her and him being possessive in Spanish is actually the same word. It's su. Okay? For an English speaker, when we hear her, we automatically know it's a girl. When we hear him, we know it's a boy. But obviously, the Spanish only have su, which can be referring to either a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter. So I think this is why you guys get very confused with that. So if we try and remember, her is a girl, and him is a boy. Okay? So her shoes, sus zapatos, being her a girl, and him a boy. Okay? I have to try to do better with that one. Okay? We're going to try and practice and remember. Her is for girl, his is for boy. Okay? Right. And then number 5, we have he and she as well. It's the same thing. He being girl and she being girl, the subject. Okay, the third person, he feminine and she feminine. Did I say that the wrong way around? He masculine and she feminine. Okay, if we remember that, that will actually come in really, really quite handy, especially when we are speaking and we're trying to express ourselves. Because it really can get a bit confusing if you begin with she and you end up with a he and we don't know who you're talking about really. Imagine if you were to say you were talking about your mother, for example, and all of a sudden you start talking about a he. Well, we don't know exactly where you are, okay? So let's just try and remember that the subject he and she are very important in English, and we're going to try and study those a little bit more, okay? Right. And we often forget the subject. Just today, I'm not going to say the name because you know who you are, said to me, well, go to the beach. And I was like, who goes to the beach? In Spanish, you just basically say, voy a la playa, and you don't necessarily need to put any subject on that. But in English, you basically always need to put the subject on it so you're understood. You can't just say boy like you do in English, if you like you do in Spanish. If you say boy, we know that word doesn't you don't need to put yo boy, which is I go. But if you just say go in English, we don't know what you're talking about. Who goes? You need to put I go, you go, he or she goes, or somebody goes. Otherwise the go is just on its own and it doesn't make any sense. Okay? So it's just remembering that you really do need to put the subject before the verb, guys, okay? Because it's just, that's just the way it is. Okay, right. And with the reflexive, we haven't been seeing this, term actually, but it's a big mistake we make every year. So we're going to look at that. So what do I mean by reflexive? Okay, lavarse, peinarse, dormirse, levantarse. Okay, so something you do to yourself. For example, lavarse los dientes, to brush your teeth. Okay? In Spanish, what do they say? Me lavo los dientes. I wash the teeth. The teeth. We don't say that in English. We never say the teeth. Whose teeth is it? Whose teeth are they? The teeth belong to me. So we'd say, wash my teeth. If it's your teeth, you brush your teeth. Okay, so you wash, lavas las manos. We don't say, se lavan las manos. We say, they wash their hands. The hands belong to them. Do you understand? Okay, more or less. Okay, right. And the last one I wanted to touch, you can't actually see this, but it's all the way down here. Agree. Estoy de acuerdo. Okay, I agree. It's I agree. And a lot of times I hear, I am agree. I am agree is not correct at all. And you do say in Spanish, estoy, which is I am, de acuerdo. Okay? But we do omit the am in English because it doesn't need an auxiliary there. Okay? So we would just normally say, I agree. I disagree. I disagree with you. Okay? We do not need the am. Okay, people. So those are the 8 most popular mistakes that I hear from my Spanish kids. And hopefully, by doing this video, you will stop the next time you are about to make any of these mistakes. And I hope this has been useful, and I will see you next time. Adios. Adios. Goodbye.